good.
You know, you guys have touched on something I definitely want to address, because you do have this phenomenon around you. But somehow you manage to stay really real. Like, I was talking to a couple of friends of mine that are like huge fans of yours, and they were saying, what I love about Miley is how real she is. Like, all her YouTube videos just keep it super real. And they're like, how does she do it? Because she's this phenomenon. How do you do it?
I don't know. I think I'm a little bit crazy. And I think you just have to, well, I've grown up in it. It's not like it was immediately like some big change in my lifestyle. I mean, I've kind of like been around that my whole life. And not to mention, I don't know, it's again, I think my dad is probably like the biggest part of that. Is again, he's always saying never stop learning. You know, there's always going to be someone out there that you think is better than you or something. That's just always keep your mind open, because there's so much more to learn. The minute you think you're the best is usually when things just, you know, kind of make a turn for the worst.
Shout out to your dad for doing a good job with this one. All right, so next question is for Nicholas, and it's from Aaron. A lot of your books have sad endings. Does this one?
Well, how about I answer it like this?
It's a tricky one.
Yeah, you don't want to say exactly how movies end. We want them to go see the film. You know, I think you can say that my work pretty much covers all of the emotion of life at one time or another in the film. So you're going to see Miley angry. You're going to see happiness, anger. You're going to see love. You're going to see joy, frustration. Sadness is part of life. So certainly that's part of it, because I think that adds to the whole experience of a film like this. You know, you go in and you experience all the emotions of life in 1 hour and 45 minutes, and when you do that, it's as if you've lived a mini life by the time you finish, and that's what you take out of a film like this. So yeah, there will be something sad in there, I promise.
Well put. Way to not blow the ending.
Well, there you go.
Let's see now the next question. This is from Miley. It's from Lily. What was it like working with Liam? Were you excited when he was cast? Were you familiar with it?
Not necessarily. He didn't really know my stuff either, so that's okay. But I was like excited, especially, I mean, because this was a kind of a breakout role for me. I mean, people obviously like knew who I was, but mostly from the show, not something from this. So that made it was kind of like a new experience for both of us. I know he's worked a lot in Australia and stuff, but it was kind of a big thing for him here in the States. So it was kind of, even though they were different, we were still sharing something in common, which I thought was really cool. And if he was better looking, I probably would have been really excited. But the fact that he was ugly kind of made me less intimidated.
True. It's a mutual feeling.
Yeah. Thanks, babe.
I love this. I wanted a reality show like this. All right, so the next.
We have no fans left.
Natalie B asks Liam.
Gave the role.
That is true. You gave the role to Chris. I'm going to second that.
Is this really what happened? Let's read out the question for everybody else. I heard you auditioned to play Thor, but they gave the role to your brother. Does the competition ever create problems between the two of you? You're saying you gave him.
Because Liam is so sweet, he gives Chris all the parts. So
Yeah,
really
he wasn't
not any
doing too well, so I said, look, could you please get it to my older brother? If I get this over him, it's going to crush him.
How gracious of you.
I'm a pretty nice person. No, he got the role, and I haven't spoken to him since.
But you got this role.
I got this one.
Yeah. Which is in some ways paid off.
Thor was what I got flown over here to do a screen test for Thor, and then Chris got it, but got me over here. So
exactly. Everything works out the way it should. And now this is a question for Julianne from Vanity. What was the most weirdest? I believe that's not exactly correct, but what's the most weirdest, embarrassing thing that happened on set?
That's a tough one. Does anybody else think of a weird, embarrassing thing?
I believe Greg has had some embarrassing experiences right here on this set already.
I'm pretty weird, so it's embarrassing.
Embarrassing, I'm not sure.
Probably us just getting humiliated in front of those professional volley players.
That was funny. That was
funny for you.
I'm so sorry. I would go, okay, take 27, let's go. And then Liam.
See if we can just win one now. Do it.
So just crushing.
We crushed the soul since then.
It seems like your ego's done all right, though.
He doesn't like sports.
Liam, you're supposed to lie about these stories as time goes on. You're supposed to own it. I mean, don't tell them that you...
I wasn't good at volleyball.
So what is your sport?
Surfing.
Surfing? Okay. You can vouch for that?
Can I?
Yep.
Wait,
I
I think he serves? I believe he serves. I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
I went to visit him in Australia, and he was like, I'm going to go surfing on a watch. I was like, eh. No.
She
I wouldn't do it.
She wouldn't come.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's all right though.
Yeah.
You don't
I've
need
never
that.
seen it, but I believe that. I mean, he says he goes to Manhattan Beach to surf, but I don't know if I believe it.
Like a con
Who
artist.
knows if
man.
you're right?
Okay.
It's a lot of jabs. What's the
Next question to Greg.
This is good. Okay, so to Greg, this is from Ms. B. You have 2 daughters. Did you find inspiration for your role in your relationships with them? I'm going to break this up. Let's go with that first part.
This is going to be, what is it, a 40-minute?
I believe it's a
40
40-part
minutes.
question.
It
Yes.
is a true Hollywood story of Greg Kinnear.
First of all, it's 3 daughters now. So
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you very much. And they haven't seen the film, and so they can't really have much to think about it. And my oldest daughter did get to meet Miley on the set. She didn't know who she was because, again, she didn't watch a lot of TV at this point. But she said, "Hey, how you doing?" And they had a nice little chat. And it was since then. Now she's in kindergarten. She knows Miley, so now she's got a lot of questions. So she's turned into Mike Wallace around the house. Yeah, I need to get a couple things signed, by the way.
Oh, yeah, see, I like the way he says it, so I
For the
can't
auction,
no.
for the kids' auction. Yeah, hey, what do you need? So there you go. I think I answered your
Right on.
question.
You attacked that surgically.
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Oh, nice,
Went in
well done.
quick and lean.
So let's move on to the next question for Miley from Lupa. I think you are a great role model. You do what you think is right. Who is your role model?
Again, just my mom and my dad are kind of my biggest role model, and then my producer, who I work with. We wrote "See You Again" together, and basically a lot of my new record. Her name's Antonina, and I think just the reason that they're the people that inspire me the most is they make me want to be a better person and do things to make them proud, and I know they have the same feeling for me, and so when that feeling is mutual, and you're both just you want to work really hard to make them smile and make them happy, and I think that's really important.
Nice. Next question. Let's see. Liam. This is from XO Gossip Girl. You gotta love these Haleys. Were you excited to hear you're gonna be working with Miley? What did you think of Miley before you met her? What surprised you about her? Let's go with the last question. What surprised you about her, and what little you knew about her?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know a lot about her. I knew Hannah Montana and stuff, but I hadn't seen much of it.
So is it because you were living in Australia or living under a rock?
Yeah, I
think
guess living under a rock. I knew who she was, but I had no idea of how big she was.
Okay.
I guess what surprised me the most was how normal she was, how kind she was when I first met her. She's an extremely welcoming
Stop
person.
laughing. My publicist is laughing. I am kind, just not to you.
How
Have you seen my schedule for press?
surprised me is
I'm not kind to you.
When he first met you.
is when I first met her, and
She was
then
very
how
kind.
cranky she became really quickly from the first point.
Okay.
I heard that. You
But
go,
she
she's
was-
really
she was-
kind. Someone,
No, I heard that too. Yeah,
that's my publicist. I know about it.
Kind when he first met you.
when I first met
She's
her.
really kind. She's really cute. And then we started filming.
And then we got to know her.
Let me ask you, because you clearly weren't a big fan of Miley before you knew her. Who
Thanks.
are you
I
a
wasn't
big
a
fan
fan.
of? I mean, you just weren't familiar.
Yeah.
Who are you a big fan of? Nobody?
Lots of people.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Man
Yeah.
crush.
Because I feel like the American audience is just getting to know you now. So this is like an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean,
for somebody like
I love actors like Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear. Who is,
Oh, okay, sorry.
no, I genuinely mean that though. I'd seen stuff he'd done before, and it's, it's such a great thing to be able to work with someone that's done so many films and has worked so much. And it's so interesting to see how they conduct themselves behind the camera, when they're not filming, and also when they are filming. Apart from a particular scene, he's making some faces, he's so professional in what he does. And,
I have more scenes with him than he did.
yeah.
That's good.
So, what did you think of this young man on set?
Good. I thought it was very, very, very good. Thought everybody was. We had a really good.
Yeah.
It was a good vibe
It was
on this
really
set,
great.
right?
Really great.
Julianne
Good
brought
summer.
the